Hey everybody, welcome. Good time zone to you. Thank you for joining me. We are going to jump into a Theros Beyond Death best of one draft. We have had a big stockpile of gold we've been spending all week long. We're at over 30k on gems because we haven't had to spend any to play because we have all this gold, and we're going to add to this gem total today. Even if we don't win anything, we get 50 gems thrown onto this little pile here, but we're going to try and win more than 0. Ideally, we end up here at the 7 end of things. We've ended up here more often than 0 for sure, but the format has been full of swingy cards, but it's pretty grindy. But also, yeah, there's the aura nature of it has proved to make it pretty high risk, high gain. A lot of move all in, a lot of eggs in singular baskets, and it's not my favorite way to play because I think it disadvantages the better players when there's a lot of all in strategies that are worth supporting because of the amount of time they do pay off. But it just creates some crazy games. We've seen massive creatures with that Hydra's growth. Hydra's growth, kind of your poster child of the swinginess of the format in all of its glory. But I've really been enjoying it. And if you need to get some Theros cards for your physical game, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. They're buying Theros as well. Maybe you've already started drafting at your FNM and have some rares you want to move. Well, check out Card Kingdom's buy list. I say it and I'll say it again. Their buy list is second to none, quite literally. I'm pretty deep in this. I run my own small store of secondary market card sales, and so buy lists are of special interest to me as I look to build my inventory and all that stuff. And just consistently, the place that offers the most dollars for your cards is Card Kingdom, just full stop. And not on every single card every single time, but it should be where you start when you're looking to sell cards, because it's up to the others to match Card Kingdom and earn your buy business that way. I always start with Card Kingdom on that front, and I've never been disappointed. And I just want to thank them so much for their sponsorship. It's been great. Appreciate it. And you can show your appreciation for me and my stream if you're happy and like what you get here. Just go visit them, especially if you've never gone before. You know, they have all the fancy technology that sees who's coming from where, from what IP and all that stuff. And visits from brand new IPs are especially something they're interested in. So if you've never visited from my affiliate link down below, go ahead and do it. And you're just like giving me a pat on the back, and it doesn't even cost you anything but a click. So thank you so much, everybody, for your support. And thanks, Card Kingdom, for theirs. Let's see what our pack one big one is. We've got playable gems, Wrath Effect. Probably just taking this. This is hard to replace. Oh yeah, let me get out of your way. Sorry. Everybody, you're saying Timmy because you haven't seen this sweet Shatter the Sky we've got. I think Timret's probably the second best card here. Blessing also in the running. I'm liking a Typhon when I can get it, but basically your power cards here are the rare, the uncommon, and then this removal aura. And I am going to take Shatter the Sky. It's probably just the best card in the pack in terms of its power level and also, you know, collection building gems, etc. Myers Grasp is looking good for our second pick, though. Careless Celebrant, also appealing, but if we do play the Shatter, black is a nice pairing for white. The white-black aura deck is quite real, and maybe we will like Hero of the Pride. That can go late. Nyx Herald, also strong, but not stronger than just straight-up good removal. I also like the Celebrant a lot, but yeah, Myers Grasp. Yes, we keep all these cards. That's part of why I like, if you enjoy limited like I do. I think a lot of players fall on where I do on the Magic spectrum, which is love to draft and try to draft as much as possible, but also like to play constructed, like having a collection, like being able to dabble in standard or whatever. And so that's how we approach drafting around here, and using draft both to really enjoy how we play our Magic every day, but also to build our collection and build our gem piles. So yes, I have read the February update, and in fact, I did a video on it. If you, let me grab that really quick, but if you go to YouTube in general, here's my YouTube channel. But if you want to see my specific comments on the state of the game article, there is a video for that that I'll link up right now. There you go. The Demon Flyer I have run, and in fact we have this in a deck where we were desperate for a finisher. If you really just need something to close out a game in your black decks, and especially if you have like the Omen, the Black Omen that can get this back if they kill it, like this can finish games, but it's super awkward on turn 6. The big problem with it, first, it's an enchantment, so very cheap spells can just straight up kill it. And the other big drawback is that sometimes you have 6 mana and this card in your hand and you literally can't cast it. That's a terrible floor. So when you have a card whose floor is, I have the 6 mana and it's a 5/5 creature, but I literally can't cast this or it just dies, that's pretty bad. However, it does have the job of finisher if you don't have anything else. All right, we've got another Iroha's Blessing in this pack, and maybe we take this one. There's an Omen to go along with the Shatter in terms of color, but it's not powerful enough to take here. We just take the Blessing or the Manticore. Yeah, I like the Celebrant a lot. Irion? Call you 88. I like Celebrant too, 88, but I think black's the better color, and Mire's Grasp is incredibly strong. So let's take Blessing though. We'll just take these powerful removal spells until we settle into something clear. We've got Revoke Existence as a powerful. This is the type of spell that punishes you playing 6-drop enchantment creatures. You know, we know Enraptured here. We've got Narcissus, the top-down Narcissus card. Great design and great limited card. Excellent. Although we have an excellent card in red and an excellent card in white, and we already have those colors in our piles, so I think we should just keep on that plan. And yeah, Fateful End being a little better than Revoke Existence. So let's take this and see if red ends up where we find ourselves today. Well, Hero of the Nyxborn says we can give up on Mire's Grasp and move towards a red-white strategy. I have not listened to this week's LR, but it is on aggro in the format. I wonder if they talk about Boros and how to draft it. I think we are moving on Boros here, though. There's no black whatsoever. The white is fine, but might as well take a step towards this. Daxos is a little bit oppressive on the cost for aggro. You really want to be able to drop your 2-drops on 2. That being said, I mean, our other option is like a Sunmane Pegasus or a Final Flare, and those don't seem enough more powerful than just going with Daxos. But, you know, this is somewhat of a rough card to run in low-down aggro because you're just not off. It's tough to reliably get it on 2. And that's really what you want out of your 2-drop creatures. Yeah, ceiling is high, so we're going to take him. But let's not ignore the risk of the double cost 2-drop. They can be hard to cast. Blessing is great, though. This is exactly what this type of deck needs. Even if it's just on a, even if it's just +2/+2 for 1, that's going to be useful a lot of the time when you're trying to go quick and aggro. But the fact that this protects your enchantment creatures and your enchanted creatures even more so is great. I have not found this to be particularly good, although I've lost 2 decks running it. I come up short of saying that I've lost to the Triumph of Anax, but it is a decently aggro card. The trample kind of real, but I think I would just rather have the Pilgrim or the Ragehound here. The question is, are we going to take the Pilgrim? Because then we can get like Blessing. I do want a Hound, but I don't need a bunch of these, and Pilgrim can already get Blessing, and if we do end up back in black, we have Mire's Grasp as well, so I'm going to take Pilgrim. Oh, Cardboard Live isn't open, or is it not working? Here, let me restart it. That often does the trick. Captivating Unicorn is pretty aggro, but it's 5. We could just get a Glory Bearers at 4. I have not run this yet, but I haven't been Boros aggro yet. Do we give this a try? Is this playable? I'll give it. I'll take it. The Glory Bearer is pretty replaceable, and we did get the hero back, so that's nice. I've just never played it with or against it yet. And the Omen made it back as well, and both that hero and this Omen were the only white cards in the first time around for picks 10 and 11, so that's a great sign for us. I think we're totally in the right place in white, and what we have to watch out for here, like, look how deep we are in white, especially with Daxos. We've got a Mire's Grasp that is better than better than any of these 3 red cards. If we end up with a first pick or early pick strong black card and the red isn't flowing, we can absolutely pivot back to black. And another Omen, but we could just do a Leonin as well. And we don't have a ton of 2s yet, and it looks like we're going to be aggro one way or another, so I'm going to go with the Leonin. Yeah, I can understand. I think in the abstract, this card is a little bit better than this one, but I'm doing curve concerns here, and at least this is a on-point card for this deck. This is all right, too. Getting a couple of these these hero triggers here, so we want to be able to try and trigger these heroes with more than just a blessing. So we'll see what else we can get for that. I'm going to put this right in the board, even though we're technically on color here. We're really trying to not play this 7-3. So I was saying, if we get a great black card, we can look at pulling back towards black, but there's a Banishing Light that's going to go in anything. This is maybe worth pulling. I mean, this is playable gems if we go back into the black deck, but we did pick up a late hero, so we are pretty nice on the red. I kind of think Banishing Light is correct. But you could also, I don't think you want to think about splashing in an aggro deck. It's just so high risk to try and splash a 3-drop when you're trying to beat down. Insight, same thing. I'm not looking to splash, and I'm not looking to get into blue here. Banishing Light is the win EV pick, but this is half playable gems if we end up back in black, which is what's tempting me. But I'll take the Banishing Light here. We got a nice deck coming together in a kind of unique strategy that we haven't really tried yet, so I kind of want to zoom in on that. And here again, we could take the Final Death to look towards potentially backing into black, but I'm going to just take the Chimera. And then it looks like we can be heavy white, light red, which would be a nice place for a Boros deck to be, I think. Yeah, we want to wheel this or this. We don't take these here. It's a pretty easy Chimera for me. Look at all this white to choose from. I saw Life's Bounty, and that was pretty appealing, but we do just have more straight up removal here, so we're going to take that. And this is actually, Punishment is decent in this type of deck, but Apathy is just too generically good. If this wheels, we'll take it, though. This is the deck for Heliod's Punishment, but I still think we should take Apathy. And yeah, if any of this white wheels, we'd be pretty happy. Like, I would literally run any of the white cards in this pack, so hopefully something wheels. Flicker combo called, although we're going to take Omen of the Forge here over Flicker and Sentinel's Eyes. Anybody listen to the LR yet? Do Luis and Marshall think I'm on a fool's errand here, or is this viable? I don't know if anybody's listened to the episode yet. I think we just take Rage Hound here, although I would like an Indomitable Will. Yeah, if we'd ended up in white-black, we'd be pretty okay with where we're at, too. Like, we'd pick up an Eidolon there, but we'll just grab a Courser here. I found this to be great or unplayable. You know, you really need to build around it. I'm going to take Second Omen, first Escape Velocity. This is actually a deck for Escape Velocity. But I've seen Escape Velocity go literal last pick. We might even get this last pick. Wait, is that possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, a remote chance we could get this last pick. I have taken it last before. I think we're done on the black front. Well, we're going to look for a Wrap in Flames. We just haven't had a place to grab it yet. I think it's got to be Omen. Yeah, I'm with Mabnap. I know we have one of these already, and the second Omen gets worse, and the third Omen gets even worse or whatever, but it's still the pick here. All right, this is pretty interesting. We have another Blessing. Oh, man, I want all this stuff. What do you think? I got to pull this. This is just like all the heroes. So we're going to pull this one and call it Winds for Hero of the Winds. Pride for Hero of the Pride. Will for Indomitable Will. And Blessing for the White Blessing. And I'm not even going to put in the War Leader. This is just not the pick for this deck. We're just not doing this thing. I'll go to Curve in case that influences, because we like have not much at 4, so maybe you think Hero of the Winds is appropriate given our lack of 4s. Most want the Pride, some want the Flyer, and a handful want another Blessing. I think we'll try and pick up another Blessing another time. But I think the curve view shows that both Hero and Hero, either Hero, have a role in this deck. 4 is where we're least thick, but it's also far less important than 2s. And on the 2 front, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we'd be happy to play. And Robert says we really need 2s and Pride is great. I mean, I think at 6 we're doing quite nicely for midway through pack 2. I mean, I don't deny that we need more 2s, but I wouldn't look at our deck right now and say, oh my God, prioritize 2s or we're in trouble. You know? Kruzica says 4s aren't easy to come by. I kind of disagree with that. I feel like I fill up on 4s, but I still think this is... I'm going to override... Yeah, Razor is not counting Omen as 2, and maybe that's fair. Although, the thing is, if we don't need to do this on 2... I think this is a 2 on the draw. It's not a 2 on the play. If we're on the draw and don't have a target for Omen on 2, then that's probably okay, although we're aggro. We do want to be aggressive. All right, I'll go with chat then. But I think this is a solid 4 for the deck. We wouldn't mind it. Here's a Flicker we can grab, sure. Probably run that. A lot we can do with that. Here's the Wrap we want. Well, we can't do the Wrap trick with this 2-drop. Do we want another aggro 2 or something for the big boys? Probably a Surge number 1 over Leonin number 2. Yeah, we were expecting Wrap to wheel, right? I mean, this is not a high demand card. That's why I didn't even think about taking it. This is something you just try and pick up when it's in the dregs of a late pack. Yeah, let's take first Surge here over another pretty easily blockable, frankly, Leonin. I don't know if we're running 2 Flickers, but nothing else to take here. Portent not going to make the cut, even though it's pretty aggro. Well, I don't know what this card does, but it sure is the right colors. Let's check it out. Oh, we played this yesterday. Played against this yesterday, right? Haktos the Unscarred. Taking me back to Guilds of Ravnica and RNA here with the CCDD mana cost. Attacks, if able, 2, 3, or 4 at random. Oh, it can't even be blocked except by one specific CMC type, right? Okay. We just have to, right? I mean, Oppo just has to get randomly lucky to even be able to block it. Woof. This is about as miserable a pack 2 as I could expect. I mean, what do we... whatever, this is just a joke of a pack. I'm going to take the Sentry. No, I guess I'll take Revelers. Both of these are wheeling. It just doesn't even matter. We should probably take Vault Progress, honestly. But I'll take a Sentry. Another red-white hero. That's nice. Here's this third Omen we're not going to take. We'll take another hero, and now I kind of want another Wrap in Flames. Look at all these heroes. Along came a hero. Impending Doom, though. I think we go Impending Doom here and wheel one of these white cards. A little bit all in for my tastes, but seems worth it. Pilgrim over Wrap. Would we play 2 Wraps? Maybe we don't do 2 Wraps and we do another Pilgrim. What are we getting with Pilgrim right now? Yeah, I think it's worth it because we have Banishing Light's not an aura. We have Dreadful Apathy. We have, I know we have other stuff. Blessing and Impending Doom. So we got 3 things to find that we're pretty happy to go find. But what are we doing at 3? 3's pretty stacked. Yeah, I guess, and we're probably going to wheel a 6th hero, so I'll take the Wrap. Let's try to do the hero. Oh, and Phalanx is nice as well for this deck. I like Phalanx more than Sentinel's Eyes in this spot. A late Heliod's Punishment that we can grab, or an Archon, but right now, like, we're not playing this. This is more of a 4, if not a 3. And I think we just run, like, the 1 Unicorn. Probably don't even run Shatter of the Sky, although you can justify those in any deck. Let's go more removal. I don't want to run a 6-drop. Yeah, probably cutting the 5-drop 2, if we're honest about it. Here's another hero. This isn't even the one I was expecting to wheel. Are we aggro enough for Wayfarer? Aggro and enchantment-y enough for Wayfarer. I'll take it. I don't know if we're playing it. I don't think I want another Triumphant Surge, though. And I'm probably cutting the Unicorn we have. There's nothing else to take, though, so might as well. And then we'll consider this Glory Bearers. And yet another hero. Wow. All right, start thinking of your deck names. It's got to be hero-based, but not obvious. All right. We're going to go 9-7 on lands and find a crap load of cuts. 17-16. Wow, probably just cutting the flickers. Maybe cut a Leona into the Lost Pride and go full-on hero mode and decide how many of these to run. Yeah, let's cut the Unicorn. Let me do this. Maybe even cut the Surge or this Glory Bearers. Probably not doing enough in that slot. Cut the Courser. Cut the Wayfarer. Getting there, getting there. Oh, we're down to 12 creatures? That seems bad. I mean, this is kind of like 13, but maybe we need to not cut all these creatures. Mike doesn't want either Red Omen. That seems extreme. I mean, I could see cutting one, Mike, but I do like a first Omen. Maybe you're just thinking we just have so much removal elsewhere that we just don't need that. I still think we want Daxos. Robert was suggesting multiple wrap-ins, but yeah, I think I'm cut one wrap. I mean, we gotta cut non-creatures, so I don't think so. Is anybody well, if Bling Lands is taken, it won't let you redeem it. If you can redeem it, it hasn't been taken. It only lets you do one a stream. Cut a land, we've already cut a land. We're at 16. I'm not going to 15. Yeah, I think we have to cut removal, and so then we're looking at we're looking at Omen, Fateful, Punishment, Banishing, Apathy, Blessing, and Surge. Maybe it's just the Surge, actually. Yeah, let's go with Surge, and we'll try to beat the decks with big creatures by getting them dead. Yeah, I was eyeing Impending Doom too, partly because we don't really have the Air Force to put this on. So if the land bling was out of stock, let's see somebody must have done that early. Who claimed the land bling? Yeah, that's a great point. We have Banishing Light and Apathy, so it's not like we don't have the ability to deal with big things. And frankly, Iroas's Blessing ain't a slouch at taking care of big dudes either. So I'm sold on that final cut. And I'm going to live with effectively 14 creature cards here between Omen and 13 creatures. I go like this and then back in. Do we come up with a name? Heroes. How about just a little Bowie reference? So, Haktos deck box, and do we figure out who did the lands? Not just missing, Robert. I don't deliberately ignore anything. What was the redemption? I'm busy here, man. I'm drafting, deck building, but hit me up with your request, and I'll do it right now. Oh, there's some kind of queue. Okay, well, maybe I'll look in my control panels. Activity feed. Oh, Grumpy Old Buddha is our land redeemer, right? Moxie is about room. I mean, like, if you want to put a flicker in, what are we cutting? I don't want to cut real removal for flicker, and we have a lot of real removal. That's the thing. Because 16 is correct here? Because you're being silly? Carlos. When you have a red, white, 4-drop, you kind of just need the, like, what do we, you want to, I don't want to go to 15. We're not going to 15. Like, I should probably not, I should probably just go 8 just to be able to do this. In fact, I think I will. I think we're enough red that we should just do this. And I'm going to start here so we can get playing. We might come back and do some tuning, but I'm going to start here. Yeah, we don't have a ton funky. And we can maybe come back and let's just play it. Let's see what we learned from playing it and then come back and take our learnings to a doctoring of the deck. Yeah, a lot of people wanted the second wrap. Maybe we could do a second wrap over Phalanx Tactics, but Tactics, we don't want to cut Tactics because that's a hero enabler as well, right? So we definitely don't want to put in, don't want to cut any hero enablers, but this is an easy keep, at least. Yeah, sorry, Tactics is not the right thing to cut, absolutely not. But we got to bring it in, you got to figure out what to cut. We have tough cut choices in this deck. Yeah, I'll run out Daxos. It's a little vulnerable as a 2/2 on 2. Can die to some things that it doesn't die to later, but it's got ETB life gain and stuff, so you kind of just have to go with it, right? We could blow that thing out of the battlefield, but can't block, so I like just continuing our march. We can Omen, gain 4 life off Omen. Or we can just Pilgrim. Let's Pilgrim and go get a nice removal enchant or something. Oh, sure, yeah, I'm on the wrong spot. Thanks for the reminder. This is my usual location. Yeah, we don't need to remove it, but I'm just still going to get removal. Well, we could get Impending Doom. I mean, it's either removal auras or Impending Doom, but they're playing black. I don't like the idea of Impending Doom into just a fate black removal spell of some kind, but I think we just go with Blessing. Mike wants Apathy. Blessing gets most of what Apathy does and increases our creature. I'm going to take the Blessing. We Could Be is the name of the deck. That's true, but like you said, we're just going to try and race the Charger, right? Unfortunate looking hand here, actually, because... Wait, did Oppa go first, or did we? We did, right? So they're not necessarily missing a land drop. I think we got... Yeah, we play the creature. It's just really sad to only spend 2 mana this turn. Yeah, Blessing is much better when the hero is on the table, but basically we could also do Omen of the Sun here and at least spend more of our mana. And then next turn we have the possible hero plus Fateful End play. And did they miss a land drop? Okay, if they missed a land drop, that's potentially a reason to get a little bit more aggro here, but it's too late for this play. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Omen this turn. I hear you, Mabinap. I'm trying to be mana efficient here because now we only don't spend 1 mana this turn. We gain some significant life, and then we double spell next turn. even if it's just Fateful Ending the Charger. Yeah, it looks like they're stuck on lands too, so we're just going to try and really press them now. Fateful End hero, unless we draw something that I can't even think of right now. That's nice. Maybe we just keep that up. Well, we can keep both up. I mean, this is an instant, right? So we're just going to keep Fateful End and Blessing up, and we'll figure out what we want to do. There's their 4th land and 2nd color, but probably too late for Oppo. They have been trying to get by on just an Underworld Charger, and we're still at 20, and they've been attacking us every turn, basically. I don't know what they could have to prevent us from winning from this position. Yeah, we're not even going to bother. We could just Omen and Scry, but I don't even want to go Shields down. There's just no reason to go Shields down, even. I don't know. Did we miss lethal? Maybe, but we're certainly not going to miss lethal here. Too bad we didn't end up with another Blessing, although I don't know if we had room for it. Like, this is one of these aggro decks where we just got loaded with the non-creature side. A lot of quality non-creatures here. Thanks for hanging out and drafting with me. I know there's other options out there today. I always stick with my schedule, though. I don't really plan around OP that much. Wizards organized play. All right, this looks like a fine start. Can't cast this yet, but nice curve out with any land. Ideally, we find a plains next. Oh man, PT chat is miserable. Just a bunch of people getting timeouts and getting close to getting timeouts. Players Tour, I don't even know. PT used to stand for Pro Tour, now it doesn't, and I am a confused Magic viewer. All right, well, let's just run out a Hero of the Pride. Come on, deck, feed us some land. I mean, at least we have some plays, even if we don't find our land, but obviously we would like to build out towards this Chimera. Build out towards Omen into a Phalanx, into these heroes. No dice for us. I'm just going to run another hero out as opposed to a Rage Hound. I don't want to trade the Rage Hound off yet. Oh, hey, Grumpy. You redeemed land choice, right? Do you want to, after this game, let me know what basics you want, right? Wasn't that you? I think you have. And I'm not going to, yeah, I don't want to offer a trade for a skirmisher here. Mike wants to swing and drop Hound. I'm being a little more cautious. Maybe I'm ill-advised in that, but I'm going to send in both heroes. I don't think they block the heroes with the Chimera, and then we have Omen to try and get the Chimera on the crackback. If they trade off Chimera for one of these heroes, I can live with that. But this is what I figured they would do, and then we have a solid play. Maybe we get both. Yeah, maybe we get Skirmisher and Chimera. We'll see. They got mana up. They might counter this, though. Looks like there's a pause. So they've got something. They got something at instant speed here, but we're going to find out what with a double block. All right. Solid turn of events for us, even though the 1/1 tokens would be nice for this tactics. All right, and there's our other planes. Now we get a cheap Chimera and a Rage Hound. Look at this 2-spell turn. Wowzies. I love it. Probably just winning next turn off of a tactics. Oh, they got... what? I should attack first before casting these spells anyway. I got these tactics. Get the Chimera. I don't care. What do I want the What exactly you want me to do about the Chimera? Like, exile it somehow? I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know what you mean, Mike. Oh, Chimera before combat, so if they do something, it doesn't get it more expensive? Yeah, gotcha. I didn't know what you mean by get. It's like, we have it, don't we? So now we can punish the blocker and crack for a bazillion. I'm not doing the math here. I'm just going to go for it. Let's see what happens. Hey, look, we won. I wanted to tactics the hero for the hero bonus. I think it was yeah, we needed to win there. All right, fun police in effect. Let's go on patrol. So a little land heavy for us, but we're going to keep. Hero into blessing is nice. Why do you think it's ugly, 88? I think it's just a normal old aggro deck. I don't think it's particularly pretty, but I don't know why it's ugly. Flooding a bit, but that's kind of what we expected with that 4-land opener. Wish we had something to do here, but I don't see running any of these spells onto our creatures this turn unless they do something. Yeah, I mean, we could. Let's see. If we decide to wrap here, we're trading this card for damage, and if we do that, we're looking at getting 2 triggers. So this is 4 to the face. Why? So I'm hearing people say cast wrap. And it's like, well, you want to cast tactics instead? I mean, then we don't have blessing support. I'm gonna be patient. I think it's really sad for an aggro deck to not spend on a 4th turn like this, but I think our hand says that's correct. Yeah, Resonator, it's half their life total, but it's half their life total that we can get while also making one of their creatures unable to block or whatever, you know? Yeah, I think we save these for interaction. If Oppo's not going to put creatures down, then we're pretty okay with all this. Now we could do it because we at least have Blessing up. Not necessarily Resonator. I mean, the point of aggro is to win, right? And I don't know, like, if this just said deal 4 damage to target creature or something, I think I don't think it didn't feel correct. And are we lethal here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we play this, we get 6, 7, 8, 9. If we play this, we get 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so we do have lethal here. Let's try and, now that we're actually potentially lethal and we have the Blessing, we'll give this a try. I don't know if we were supposed to do it a turn earlier. It just felt like, even though we're aggro, I wanted to be ready for our opponent to actually do something. Well, Steven, here's the thing. Steven says it was more risky than worth it. We had Blessing, and, well, they weren't both enchantment creatures, right? Were either of them? It felt less risky because of the Blessing. And then when I did do the Wrap in Flames, there was no pause from Oppo, so it felt pretty clean to go for the kill once the Wrap resolved. Well, what were we risking? I guess, Steven, given that, what did you think was the risk? Like, I think you're just abstractly afraid of open mana, but I haven't heard you say, well, here's what they could have done to really punish you. We're going to open on Plains in case we draw Daxos, but we have Rage Hound for 2, if not. Hopefully we don't need to use Banishing Light next turn on something, or we'll just offer Rage Hound trade. Yeah, it's there as a creature. Like, we're a little low on creatures, and the toughness isn't the worst, but you're right. This is among our worst cards, but I didn't want to cut any more creatures. So if you have a suggestion on what to play instead, or maybe you just feel like the creature issue isn't a big deal, maybe, I don't know, but it felt like a big deal to me. So more removal over Impending Doom, I think. Although it's green, this could be the deck where Impending Doom is solid. Depends on what their other colors are. Blessing is pretty safe here. Yeah, let's just get Blessing. It kind of covers all the bases and makes our creatures actually bigger. They could come up with a couple of things that we couldn't get for 4 damage, but not at 4 mana or whatever. Is there a 5 toughness 4-drop in these colors? Maybe. Oh yeah, there's that, isn't there? Oh, that's blue. There's a 2/5 for 4 or whatever. Oh, what are you gonna get? Whiff? Whiff? Maybe? Whiff? No whiff. We've got Indomitable Will. At least we know about it. One of the strengths of this card is that it has flash. And so no disguise for us. I'm going to take out Siona before they do anything to make us regret it. Where do we want this, though? We can put Blessing on the Hound, and it's harder to trade with. Need 2 power to trade with it. Pilgrim becoming a 2/3 is okay. I think we just put it on the Hound. I mean, I don't really mind if this were a 3/1 and they chose to trade the Caryatid off for it, that'd be fine. Maybe Counterspell. Counterspell suggests cutting the Glory Bearers for the 3/1. I actually like a little bit of beef at the, 4 end in this type of deck. No, we cut Unicorn as well. This is all pretty suspicious. They've got an Indomitable Will we know about, so this can become a 2/3. And if they want to make it a 2/3 and trade with the Rage Hound, that's pretty fine with us. And if we play Glory Bearers, that doesn't even work anyway. So let's play out the Glory Bearers, and we still have both attacks against Indomitable Will. If it's an Omen, they can Omen, and it's not the worst for us if we keep the Glory Bearers in play. They got something, we'll find out what. The Glory Bearers really help with a possible White Omen play by adding to the toughness here. Well, if they've got that plus the Omen, they may have wanted to do that before we got to attack. What do you think, Gabo? Alright, that's all it was. That's great. Next turn we have 2 removal spells at the ready. If they play out something significant here and leave up the Caryatid, I think we go ahead and remove both. Oh, interesting. That means they get some wolves no matter what, right? That's quite the bummer. Oh yeah, sorry, Apathy. Well, no, it's still Apathy. They still get the wolves, right? You understand? Oh yeah, right. Apathy and don't activate. Sorry, chat's so smart. I'm so dumb. Easy Apathy. Sorry, I was thinking ahead to like, oh, we totally want to exile it, but of course we can just not activate. Sorry. Sometimes I miss the obvious stuff. Uh-oh, Blessing incoming. Yeah, we're not going to exile. But looks like it might not land. It does land? Okay. Omen of the Sun, you say? All right. Well, we should be able to drop this and cast it. What's our yard look like? Oh, only one in the yard, so maybe not. Oh, I already played land. Yeah, we couldn't do it anyway, so no big deal. That's right, we were at 6 this turn for our double removal play. Yeah, as Mike points out, another option for this mantle is to banish the mantle itself. Since it exiles it, that would also prevent the wolves. Looks like we have a new banishing target. And we're going to try to get there with our vicious 1/2. Someone asked for no more land, but all the shuffler heard was land? Someone say land? Just 8 more swings, no problem. We got this. Oh, wow. Folks, that's probably going to do us in. Oh, I should have exiled in response, but I was kind of thunderstruck by the doom that we're facing. So we're facing a 6/7 instead of 2 wolves, which is obviously worse, but I think we're dead either way. At least we can cast this now. I mean, you could actually make an argument that we are gonna have an easier road winning this game against a single 6/7 than 2 2/2s. So, and you can call it, I think it's a legit punt. I mean, especially it's a punt that I just didn't even think about it. Again, that's always, if you don't think about it, it's not good. But in trying to get them from 8 to 0, you can make a very strong argument that we're much better off against a 6/7 than 2 2/2s. We can top deck a win. I think if I had thought it through, I would have exiled it, but it was a real decision. It was not just like, oh, you just totally missed an obvious thing. It's like, no, I missed thinking about a real decision is what happened there.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
No, they're thinking about whether they're supposed to attack or not. 2, 3, or 4 at random. So if they get a 2, they can block it. They have a 1 in 3 chance of being able to block this thing. Well, you said your meme was a joke, Robert. I read what you said. I do not sing for you. Tell me what you want me to play, man. Too bad we lose the old Rage Hound here. Yeah, 4 works. Dance. All right.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
Not going to play the land. We don't need it, and we don't have any ways to discard or anything, so it's not like it does anything Ragehound-wise. Don't you still take trample through protection of a color? Yes. Oh, I missed their scry. What did they do? All right. This is going to be close. The trample is rough. I think we need one of our removal spells to not lose. Oh, this has protection though, right? So I guess we just block. So they can't really attack. So it's actually all right. If they attack, they lose the Forerunner, but we might get down low enough. Yeah, because they can't attack with the Forerunner or else they lose trample on the Caryatid unless I'm missing one of the enchantments. What's... Yeah. Yep, they don't really have good attacks here, so we may be okay. Would love to find action off the top, though. Would not hate that. Oppo trying to figure out what to do. All right, so now we go with Haktos on the Forerunner. We take a big chunk of damage, but we're not dead. And then the Pilgrim is enough to block the non-trampling Caryatid next turn. So we're going to hope that they don't have a follow-up play. Which, with the way they tanked, I figure they probably don't. All right, so that's good for us. Just an extra blocker. No way to win on this turn, huh? No way to win, so we'll keep the Pilgrim back. Play out a second blocker and hope this is enough. They played a 4. I was going to say one of their outs is actually to play a 4, which they have managed. But we can get... We have 2 lethal around it, so we get to attack with both and still get there. They need another creature here. If they can play another creature right now, they're not dead. Didn't get our non-land, but I think we just have this unless they have something in hand. Yeah, I don't know why they attacked. They could have traded here, kept the hero back, and then we would be in a standoff in which they had the bigger creature. Yeah, maybe they still thought it was trampling? I don't know. But that was a good win. That was close to flooding out to a loss, but we did manage to pull that off. Nice. Wait a sec. I want to. Is Buddha? Do you want to change these lands? Didn't you choose the land selection? Eli's liking the set. Yeah, this is going faster than basically any Theros draft. We're an hour of play in, and we're 4 games in. Didn't you redeem choosing basic lands? I mean, I'll choose them. All right, you want to pick? Well, I'll just go with my good old standby. Hard to go wrong with full art Avon. We could consider some changes. There was a suggestion of putting the Leonin back in and cutting the Glory Bearers. I could actually get behind that. Although I feel like these do just peter out pretty quickly in their value, and Glory Bearers, we don't have much going on at 4. Yeah, no, I think 8/8 is correct, and that's where we had it before. I'm just going to run it back. Rough mana start. Would love to just have one of these be a mountain, and then I would like this hand a lot better. The frustrating part of this is we have 4 lands and we want a 5th. It's really awkward to want a 5th land in this. Yeah, Mauxi wants to mull, and I'm kind of leaning mull on it. I'm going to do a quick poll on this though. Keep mull. Like, if things go right for us, we flood. Like, we're like, okay, if this hand works out, we're going to flood a little bit. But we do have hero into hero, and if we find red, we get a nice trio, but we have no interaction here. Very close, very close. Yeah, I'm going to go with my gut and mulligan this, but it is a close one. See, this just looks a lot better to me. No 2s yet. I'm going to cut the wrap as much as we want it to finish with. It's either wrap or impending doom that we let go of, but I think being down a card, we're going to go a little eggs in basket and try to recover that way. Now we want to draw a 2 for 2. Come on, deck, you got a lot of them. Give us something for turn 2, please. Ugh, so sad. So sad. Her deck is like 80% twos. Yeah, we have a good turn, 3-4 plus, but man, a 2 here, obviously, like, just imagine our other, like a 2-2 hero dork out right now. How much better things look for us. Ugh. That's what I was gonna do to you, dude. And still will, actually. Another hero. Well, we could play the hero instead. But this is whacking us pretty good. I'm just gonna bless it. Their hand is shrinking. Ours is pretty solid. Oh, and we get a 2-spell play, 2-spell turn with, we can even go Impending Doom. I like Impending Doom Hero here, and then we get, potentially, if we draw a land, Banishing and Hero next turn. Although if we wait and put Impending Doom on Hero, we get a little more value out of that. Yeah, I'm just going to banish now. I was thinking Doom Hero, but I like getting this War Leader gone. They're black-red. They could be sacrificed. If they untap and portent us, that would really suck. Yeah, Steven saw that same possibility and did not like the thought of it. Go ahead and play this. I can play this after combat, and we're just going to throw this on the hero for now. Or we can, yeah, well, if we can put it here. Now let's put it on the hero. The Portent, it's basically a classic act of treason. It's just a 4-mana act of treason. Steal your creature, it gets haste, give it back at the end of turn. So it's kind of the steal and sack strategy card. Well, I'm not sure what their hand is about here, but we're not going to not attack. And punish for auras, it's only fair. Oppo doing what I like to do. Punish the use of auras. Come on, deck, give us some action, please. Wonder what Oppo's got going, like... We're in the, like, the 4-0 bracket here, whatever. Did I update my record? Yeah, I guess it's just solid black-red. I wonder what they got. I wonder what they got in there. Yeah, I think it's a punish. Like, we got 2 for 1. We traded a card for damage, which is not always great unless it's specifically winning you the game. We can attack, and we have the tactics, and they're at 7. I bet they are holding a land in hand. And so I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to just offer Phalanx Tactics for this dumb token. I mean, it's pretty telegraphed that we have something, but... Mike doesn't think it's worth the goat, but, like, if they don't have anything, Mike, and they're top decking, like, we could actually kind of get there on this. But it's too late now. I've made the choice. Oh, they have something. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna... If it's not worth the goat... Hey, look, it's worth the final death, right? So, actually, that's fine, right? You know, we traded effectively a tactics for a final death. I'm in. But still need help, deck. Come on, our turn for action. Ugh. Pretty sad because with the way this game is going, they're going to have time to actually unlock their creature here. Maybe this is our lesson that even in this aggro deck, Heliod's Punishment maybe isn't the right removal choice. You know, like this could be the Red Omen instead. Alright, looks like we're going to take our first loss here. Frustrating, but we're just flooding out, and sometimes your aggro decks flood out, and when that happens, you're kind of SOL. Definitely related, Buddha. Definitely related. Sure, deck. That's super funny. You're hilarious. You gotta fade those beats. That's just Magic being Magic. Jump back in. Would one want to run a Thrill? I don't want to run a Thrill unless it has specific synergies in the deck in some way. I don't want to run it just because, hey, we can, you know, replace a land in the late game or whatever. It's playable. Its floor is solid. It's just that here's one way to think about it, Craig. This is something I've expressed on this channel before, but if you think of your Magic game in terms of the total amount of mana you're going to spend per game, like you have N mana to spend to win this game. Maybe it's 20, maybe it's 30, something in there. You don't necessarily have 2 mana to spend on wheel spinning if you're trying to win a game in a certain amount of mana. The real guarantee, Buddha, is on the 5-2 split. If you have 5 lands and two spells and you keep, you're just so gonna draw a land. It's just like it's guaranteed. Let's start by offering a hero for the Chimera. I don't think they'll take this trade. If they do, I'm okay with it. And then we can decide on Apathy versus our other hero. I'm gonna go with yeah, we just play the hero and then we have a 1/1 to block the Chimera anyway. Maze Warden. All right, well, we've got Apathy that we could use on the Warden, but I think we just go with a hero and then we have Forge. We can do it now while shields are down, but I like waiting. It's unlikely. I mean, they're red-green. The only way they save Chimera in red-green is if they're actually playing Pump and respond to the Omen with Pump. I don't think they are. And oh, you want to finish off the Maze Warden? No, we have the Apathy for that. I think we just Forge the Chimera and then we Apathy the Warden, and then next turn we're looking hot. Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. There are good reasons to take the risk of Pump to try and get them with auras and whatnot. And also, it just might change how they attack or what they deploy to the board based on what they think they're going to have on offense or defense. So, like, saving this has some risk, but really the only risk is the Pump. And there's a lot of upside between hiding your info and getting Oppo to make different plays than they might if they fully knew the situation. Another one, you say? Well, let's take out one. there's going to be a lot of situations where we want exactly one wrap, Robert. The real risk of running two is wrap flood, where you don't want more than one, and yet that's what you've got. So another hero. Wow. Because we can play this hero and then set up something really potentially big next turn with an apathy. Maybe we draw one of our enablers. Yeah, I'm going to develop the board for another turn. That's the bottom line, but I want to do it with both mana up because it looks more scary. Auto tapper. We might do an upkeep scry since we have the apathy. They got pretty wide with a double spell there. I think we go with the omen with the scry here. And we get the apathy no matter what results from this scry. Banishing Light is a keeper. Now, if we find Wrap, we wouldn't be able to play it this turn, but it would be a nice draw for next turn. How about Banishing Light? Hold. Hound has to attack, and then next turn we get Apathy and Quite the Board. I'm gonna go with, we can banish the Chimera, or, yeah, I guess we'll just banish both of these ultimately exile, right? So we'll start with the natural exile of the 3/4. They're playing green, so these enchantment removal spells could go away at instant speed. We got to keep that in mind as we make our decisions. We can send our 1/1s. I'll trade any of these for any of those. So I'm going to start here, and I know this leaves us with no 1/1 to like block a Chimera, but I would like them to attack back. So no, well, yeah, we can keep one back for the Hound. That's true. They have to send the Hound, right? So we'll send one in, and then save the other to trade for the Hound. Maybe they just trade for the they could have just traded for the Hound there. Prevented the damage from themselves for themselves. All right, well, they're going to get one activation out of that, and then we're going to get rid of this Chimera. Training, still not going to be enough. We are going to have to offer them one of these heroes now, though, because I am going to start attacking. Yeah, we can't play the hero this turn. We'll spend it turning this off, or at least currently turning this off. Thing is, they can get the Hound back eventually. That will help them on that front. Well, I guess if they spend their whole turn recasting, though, that's also not the worst. So it's just reality. Well, given that, if they can recast the... given that they can recast the Hound... Well, no, they only have 3 in the yard. You want to hold the mana, Mike? Well, we can just not do it. Like, what do we care... Because I think they... Well, all right. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. If they don't do anything, we can exile it before this triggers at end of turn. Let's put a stop on their second main, then. But then what are we holding the mana for instead, Mike? I mean, you just don't want to put the... like, what does it matter? Like, are we just trying to fool them into not bothering at the 4? Right, but I'm saying if we're not playing the hero, why aren't we just doing this? What does it matter? Right, I say we have the exile trigger up, but why do we need it up? Why aren't we just exiling it? What are we hoping happens by keeping it up? I mean, we could, like, yeah, sure, now we just do it, then we just do it. It just didn't matter. Like, we could have done it anytime. I see. Mike was just making sure that, hey, look, Rap. They didn't have a free place to throw that training. Looks pretty lethal. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm impressed enough with Rap given our hero count, and I've been underwhelmed enough with Punishment that I think I'm going to go Punishment out, Rap in, and might even find a way to bring in Omen. But I'm going to try this. All right, 5 wins. Very nice. How about, yeah, let me take a little bio break and we'll come back and try and close this out with 7, all right? Yeah, here, I'll leave the deck up so you can look at it while I'm gone, and if you think there's other changes to be made, let me know. I'll run a quick ad break and be right back, though. Hey, everybody, I'm back. Hey, Dumbledore, GG. Sorry you got color screwed there. Well, a lot of live draws to find a 2-drop to play, and we get to search up some removal, so I'm going to keep this. Not great. Would love a 2 here. Come on, deck. You failed me last time. 2, 2, 2. Creature, creature, creature. Sad Town. All right. We get Pilgrim on 3, and we'll get going there, I guess. It looks like we're up against... Maybe they are the beatdown this game right now. Not only unusual to play against blue-red, unusual to play against blue-red in the 5-1 bracket. Hasn't been great so far. I'm going to go with Hero over Heliod's Pilgrim. We have removal in hand already. And I'd rather throw it on the Hero than the Pilgrim. Man, if we'd found a 2, I think we'd be in such better shape. I mean, we would be in such better shape, but trying to figure out how much better. This is pretty clear, though. We're just going to go for the Blessing on one of these Naiads. Although with 2 Naiads, keep in mind they could have a 3-mana blue spell. Like, they could actually counter this with just the common deny spell. But I don't see how we don't try and do this. I mean, we just have to, like, what do we do instead? I mean, we could go Glory Bearers and attack. Nah, we got to try this. It feels like they have something, and we expect them to have a very good deck, but we also have to try to cast our spells and beat them. Yeah, Chimera is a reasonable call as well, but I think enabling this attack is really worth it. But maybe Mamanap's right. I'm not sure. We also have Fateful End. We'll get... It's not like we don't have answers for this, right? Let's see what they do with the Scry. So we have very telling Scry. Obviously hoping for bottom. They found one card they liked. Doesn't mean it's great. Often people face tough scry choices where you have like a land and a middling card. Do you keep the middling card or do you bottom both and risk it, you know? Haxors. Don't have blocks on the ground. We have to go for Fateful End on the Chimera now. And we can have Blessing to potentially kill the Naiad on an attack. And we'll send in the hero for now. Yeah, we are looking for a mountain. And there it is. We'll take it. I'm going to try this dude out here, see if he can recover our position in this game. Also, the fact that the auto tap didn't leave them with blue suggests, you know, they don't have any blue spells in hand. And we could save this for like, but yeah, Mike, I don't know, Mike, do we try and eat? I mean, we're at 11. I think we do. I think our hand is strong and we just try and control this board. Not only a potential blocker off board, but like really an attacker. Like we're at 11. No, you can target hack with the Blessing. It just doesn't do the hexproof thing, but they're playing red, so it's like, for example, Blessing protects Haktos against Red Omen, for example. Oh, it can't target, literally can't? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, sure, sorry, I'm wrong. I was thinking, I thought your point was that not as an enchantment creature, that as a not enchantment creature, it wouldn't get that extra bonus, but you're just talking about the protection itself. Yes, totally correct. So couldn't protect it anyway. Good call. This is somewhat problematic, but we don't have the answer here anyway, so maybe we just try and race here. We've got the wrap. Let's see what the lands on. So 4. Well, they have a creature that can block it. If we can find a land, we get Heliod into our 3 mana removal spells too. Yeah, they're going Value Town, but you know, Boros aggro is a pretty good way to defeat Value Town. Oppo can draw 27 cards if they're not enough to stabilize this board. Pilgrim to get banishing if we find a sixth land. Let's see what we draw before we figure out our turn. We may have to get banishing regardless, but we might just go Glory Bearers and then have Rapid Flames, you know. And also, are they gonna... do they even block Haktos with Chimera? And if so, are we okay with that? No, they're going... they're just trying to race now. Let's see how they follow. They specifically can find a 4 CMC creature here. That would be a head slapper. Although we do have the wrap, so we're going to get in for... we can get in for 8 no matter what. Almost no matter what. Alright, there's the land. I'm worried about what they're up to. I'm going to attack first. And then we'll Pilgrim. Not that we have, like, responses to things they might do here, but at least maybe they do something that makes us decide we have to go with the Bearers. Huh. Well... we're sure going to try. Get the Apathy here, and... although Apathy doesn't work. And we already, apparently... where's our other one? Do we use it? Why don't we have... oh, it's not an aura. Right, the other one's not an aura. Yeah, let's just go with the Doom, actually. If we get a land now, we get Rapid Flames Doom, and that kind of just wins the game. They just bounce their Chimera. Well, here's my concern. We put Apathy on the Chimera, it still triggers and it bounces itself. Oh, other target. Okay, that's my bad then. I still like this. I think we just want to go for the win here. But let's go with... yeah, sorry, I misread. That was just a misread, but I'm going to throw this on our Pilgrim now. And then Rapid Flames... I wanted to do this now because I want to... if we don't draw a land, I want to be able to Rapid Flames with Doom on the battlefield. And actually, of course, now that I regret everything and wish that we had done this first and put this on one of our attackers. So... messed up that turn, but then at the very least didn't compound the mistake by, like, doing a Shane oh, well, all right. In this case, I like... let's go just wrap it after combat and kill it, and then Daxos. Well, that's the thing. We can go Daxos into Bearers, or we can kill this thing with Wrath. I guess we just go Daxos into Bearers, right? Why? Yeah, we don't need to do Wrath yet. I mean, Wrap is fine, Mike, but, like, now we just have Lethal, and unless they come up with another sweeper, we just win next turn, right? Well, they kept something, but hopefully it's just a creature that they don't realize is not going to work for them. And that it's not removal. If it's removal for our Pilgrim, we can't kill them next turn. So really hoping they don't have removal for the Pilgrim. Then we actually have to think and play Magic again. Whereas my mind is kind of done with this game. We could also do that. But let's do the wrap plan. We could banish or wrap. I like going for the win here. I mean, Banish goes for the win too, but Wrap is not counterable by a common removal spell, or a common counter spell, whereas Banish is. So that's why I made that choice. Pretty good answer. Now let's take out the Sea Guard. They can bounce off the Daxos, but they have a... Oh, interesting. They should put... Feels like they should put the Singer on the Daxos. There you go. Now they got it. I'm going to risk another sweeper here and get wide. All right, another one bites the dust. Easy game. Yeah, we got profit, baby. I did not parpole this. Shall I parpole it now? You could still do an accurate parpole of like what you think the average win count for this deck would be. Poof, another lack of a 2, but I can't throw this back. We're on the draw. We have a pretty bomby 4-drop and some removal. Just want some early creature action, but it's an uncomfortable keep, but it is a keep. Well, that's something to do on 2 if they follow with a play, so... normally I lead on planes in case of Daxos, but drawing Daxos we wouldn't be able to cast him anyway, so whatevs. Alright, drawn a lot of not creatures. Hopefully they play something here that Omen can take out, and then we haven't wasted any mana beyond our first turn. Woof. Omen can take it out, but not exactly your ideal Omen target. Let's see what they find. Might take it out anyway. Commanding Presence. Yeah, I'd love to take it out in response to Combustinator, but that's a little greedy. Let's look to take out the thing that they're going to play some other creature that they're going to try and get this Commanding Presence onto, and we'll Fateful End that in response, or at least try for that. Look at this, we're just... totally drew the control end of our deck. Very weird, but we did have a lot of removal for an aggro deck, so here you go. Now I wouldn't mind a Fateful End target so we can scry for a Plains. Yeah, see, I'm going to go... Well, we can also scry here for the Plains. The thing is, if we don't kill it, then we untap, and then we're just saying we're going to spend our whole turn trying to get them. And I don't want to do that. Again, let's just do this and go look for a Plains. Hey, look, it's a Plains. Now we get to drop Haktos. They drop another creature on which they intend to put their Commanding Presence. And then we get to have Dreadful Apathy or Banishing Light to solve that problem. Well, they actually have a creature to deal with ours. Oh, wow. I was just going to Impending Doom or Tactics. We can't Impending Doom our own creature here, though. We can Tactics it, though. Should we just Tactics it, or do we just banish the Pilgrim? I guess we just banish the Pilgrim. Oh, I can't right, sorry. I keep forgetting the protection rules on this guy. So we can Impending Doom. Sorry, I had it reversed. I was like, oh, it's 3, so I can't do the Doom, but I can do the Tactics. I got to flip it in my head. It's 3, so I can do the Doom and can't do the Tactics. So do we want to do the Doom? Or do we just want to banish? I think I'm just going to banish. Yeah. Impending feels good, Mauxy, but I don't think we're there yet. I think we now, would like to see a land, and if they play a single creature, we can Apathy the creature and Doom our Haktos. Doom is great on Haktos, because it's already attacking every turn if able anyway. So might as well make it a 9/4. Although into all this open mana, I'm less inclined to try that. Although it's got protection from just like everything, right? Like, what's a 3-mana spell that they have that could punish me for playing Impending Doom? Any thoughts? Yeah, the burn. Okay, that's fair. But they don't have red. So yeah, I think Doom is safe. I was just kind of working through whether or not Doom is safe, and I think it is. Yeah, Goal punishes if we don't play the Doom, but I don't think there's anything that punishes us that I can remember for playing Doom. Man, if they have Goal right now, they're so sad, because they're like, we got it, boys, we got him, we can do this, don't worry. But then they're like, oh. Interesting. Nice. Fun play from Oppo. Still not enough there, but fun play. Sorry, Oppo. We gotcha. I don't know why I attacked with Daxos. I was just thinking this game is over. Well, we have Tactics that we can cast on Daxos here. So they keep thinking they're going to get us, and we keep finding a way out. Sorry, Oppo. You're playing pretty great under the circumstances, and we just keep having the answers. Yeah, really good plays, Oppo. We just had all the answers today. Yeah, we've been there. How many times have I been like, Oppo just has it all. Finally, well, not finally, it happens to us a lot. We were the ones that had it all this time. Wow, all right. A good showing for Boros Aggro. We managed a 7-1 here. So it looks like the Fun Police are indeed real. While I think most of the decks in the format tend towards grind. It's clear that if you have aggro available to you, it can do the thing. Yeah, 7-1 in record time. We're way early, so I'm going to switch gears and we're going to go play some of our other draft events that are lingering. Jay is not going to be on today. So we're going to keep playing, though. We're going to play some other... We're going to finish up some other drafts that we started. So I'm going to go do that. But first, we're going to hop into the big view here and thank our YouTube friends for hanging out all the way through. Hope you enjoyed that one, and maybe you'll be inspired to take some aggro at your FNM in Theros. It was nice, good win. Let's... Oh, and also we get... We do get some pack opening here. I'll open packs before I say goodbye to YouTube fully, and I'll get out of your way for the opening. All right, one mythic. Only one. Oh, two mythics. All right, cool. Deck asks, newer to Magic, what do you mean by grind? A grindy format is one in which the games go super long and there's a lot of intensive decision making and card drawing, attrition. So grind actually kind of has two meanings in Magic. That's kind of the first meaning of that there's just a lot of recursion and value engines and games going incredibly long. That's kind of a grindy format. And then another use of the term grind in Magic, especially around Arena, is around the free-to-play economy. And you would say that, for example, if we played another game and won, we would grind 50 gold, right? So grind can mean earn gold through play as well. Any case, back to Soapbox, back to saying goodbye to YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you next draft. Bye.